Success at Kickoff over the past couple years. A lot of that driven by John. It started with his addition to the team. He's the last member remaining. Yeah, he set the standard for the fans and the amount of pressure, honestly, that they're applying to this team to perform.
We're pushed up against the barriers here, and Sato takes an early peek. He's able to refract away, but this is SEN now that could do accelerate here in towards Yard, but as Kingdom blows, lay them down. Cortesia gets on the board, though, and Narrate with that burst of speed coming off the waylay has gotten within striking distance of this ace site. Sharp work from Blows, though, and that's going to knock the wind out of Sentinel's sails.
And Blows, after the fact, making the right move, which is just to duck back a little bit towards spawn, double up with Spike. A very low Cortesia working his way forward. Neon in the corner, swinging out, can't connect the shots. And all of a sudden, the map is split open. This B side, easy for the taking for Sentinels. They're definitely going to get that Spike down.
This is always such a weird juncture on this map where there's a rotate in progress and both teams almost cross by each other top mid. LEV time was slow. They were worried about getting caught or someone was posted up in windows, so they're going to play together. They're going to have a 2v2 though. John and Cortesia playing together here. Spike showing himself. Cortesia with his third of the round. Guy is sharp as attack. Now it's on John. Had to clutch a billion times for Sentinels last time around, but Blows finds him through the wall. 4K off the pistol. And a brilliant way to start this map on defense.
A stunning round from one of the LEV Academy players that they brought up this year. One of the 4 young talents that they have on this team. All of them can frag out of control. The mechanics are really sick. I like the opening there from SEN. Narrate gets on the board right away, picking up this Neon. I think you really want to see that if you're a hopeful SEN fan. And even Cortesia with that triple. He's another guy. Of the pairing, I'm looking at Narrate and Cortesia. I feel like one of them needs to seriously activate today. We've seen Redux post this failure in game 1, drop some sick maps like that 34 kills on Yoru in their last matchup. We've obviously seen John in the peak individual form I think we've ever seen him in the history of Valorant. But they're going to need another guy to step up with them because we've seen that just that duo, that hasn't been enough to get over the finish line. And definitely not against the LEV team that is just stacked with shooters.
They're missing something. Do they have it here? Have they found it? Caillou gets a bullet between the shoulder blades, but Narrate at least is able to respond. It's just Shorty that takes the fade out.
And Neon not able to get away with any kind of teleport, by the way. Just jumping kill from John, who's now picked up the Outlaw. Every target one-shottable on LEV to that weapon.
Sato gets a peek, knows he needs to move. John, okay. Spike dealt with. King's hunting for Narrate here, who's giving him absolutely nothing and is about to be backed up.
Yeah, Cortesia on his way.
Just a classic. Just a classic for Cortesia. We're thinking about setting up a double swing, but I think time is of the essence. Narrate's able to win that fight out on his own, and so it falls to Sato to get in here and dig the Spike out. But he's going to be surrounded on 3 sides with Narrate surely rattling the cage to get his attention and finding a 3-piece to get himself out. 4-1 for Narrate, someone who has slumped over the course of this kickoff and needs to step up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he needs that bad, and I'm definitely not mad at SEN getting him back onto a more comfortable duelist role. He's played a ton of Neon in the past. What a kill from John. I mean, that is, I think, perhaps the most crucial one of the round. Getting a one-shot classic jumping on the chamber that could have ran away, teleported away. Suddenly, they just capture momentum for himself. And when you started seeing rumors of him moving up to the league, it was because of him playing Neon, crushing Challengers teams alone during the Neon meta, and then making his way to K-Corp, eventually back here, right? But this is certainly a comfort role for him, and I just think that's exactly what he needs. Some early momentum, too, like getting this 3-piece to win out that crucial eco round. I feel like that can get him in the zone to have his best performance of Kickoff yet.
Can he build consistency, but in this game, can he simply get into the driver's seat? A lot of questions around Narrate, but so far he's been delivering. Sentinels are able to get into that B site quickly last round and have a successful post-plant. Now they've been kind of stymied here going towards A. This dark cover is enough to ward them away for the time being.
Yeah, no sense in doing anything too aggressive at the moment. They don't want to run into a stack, but it looks like it's going to end up happening anyway. 4 LEV players are here. Sato with that Shorty close up at main.
SEN getting very close without taking any contact. They're aware that LEV are likely just dunk in on the site with pistols, and such Blows shows up at the wrong time. Straight to the crosshairs of Redux. Saturate, good connection there. Heron. Sato was crouched into that shot. Caillou steps up here, but he's hit with the relay bolt. Doesn't seem to bother him too much.
Sorry,
that was a team.
3 with the Shorty.
And there almost was more. Sato Could have been a real problem ratting on that corner. It looked as if... Did Caillou get hit by Narrate's relay bolt trying to get in there?
I wasn't able to. I was a little bit too dialed in on Sato just dodging the relay bolts and getting all the kills with his shorty.
See how this goes.
I'll tell you, I'm interested in seeing how good Redux is going to be on this Waylay compared to what we've gotten from SEN running the agent so far. Now, honestly, though, all those kills, it doesn't even end up mattering that much because SEN win the eco. Their economy is still super strong.
Yeah.
But it does get Sato very close to the convergent paths. He's just one orb away, blows one away from the Nightfall because of all the kills he got at 4-piece on the pistol they won. So we could definitely see those ults come into play late into this round.
Shocked there doesn't clear the trademark out of that B main choke. And SEN are going to double back. They actually were posturing towards the weaker side of the map for LEV, but something has tipped them off that they might head elsewhere.
You know, now early on, Neon hasn't gotten a ton accomplished on this chamber, but frankly, on the first map on Bind, he started really slow the first few rounds. You saw him whiffing a lot of shots, and then suddenly he just activated and completely ruled that map with the AWP. So could see him take over at any given moment. Here's Narrate in with the relay bolt. Danger for Sato. Yeah, he just has to get out.
Okay, but that gives space. Narrate's able to make use of it, and Sato taken down through that dark cover. Narrate just sprayed in his direction of refract.
The refract didn't get him all the way out the way.
Inside the smoke, John QT is hiding, or rather, that was King. Paranoia. It was attempted, but Narrate is in a great spot.
That is a light play from King. Nothing to supplement that. No players really nearby. Just wants to get a timing, but with a Paranoia, you have no idea if someone is just going to be stood to the left and ready to go. It's not like you're popping out with a KO flash or something that's going to blind everyone.
It's probably going to be based on a misconception. He probably doesn't think that Narrator's sitting up on that off angle, or could be yet. But he's playing Neon. She's fast as fudge.
Yeah, SEN just burst into A yard with some speed, and the fact that Sato's refract is looks like it's placed more for like an engagement towards mid or link where you can get away, but not very good when SEN are running into A yard and you can just get spammed down. Narrate on the
He's taking that fight, man.
He's feeling it today.
A little bit of swagger, that's what we want to see. As Narrate steps into the octagon, that's a 3-kill from him on that round. He's looking good, up to 7, already has that overdrive at the ready. Now, this could be a very different game than what we otherwise would have expected. One that can rise and fall on the back of Narrate.
It was just a real disjointed effort there from LEV to try and hold that site. There was no like activation point where everyone suddenly did something at once. There's a flood on the spike tap, like something along those lines. It just fell apart piece by piece, the dominoes falling. All right, Narrate's got the ult into this round. A couple ults for SEN, maybe a pit if they get that spike down. LEV have a meager investment into this.
SEN have been so varied. A, then B, then mid to open. Really trying to mix up their approach here.
Now Neon's controlling P main, so LEV, they're content with trying to fight over mid. Will there be a moment where they try to crunch onto SEN? This Paranoia is ready to go from King. That's going to connect.
Saturate could be huge here. Okay, Redux able to find a kill on Spike before it comes down, and yeah, then the Saturate is easily followed up on. That's the danger of playing in those corners. With Waylay, you can clear them really consistently. God, he has no reason to take it. Elongated fight with Neon, but probably felt like he had the better. Neon's headhunter, though, rings out.
Yeah, I would say at this point for SEN, not surprised to see a player with some confidence in that moment, and also the cash to back it up in case they die. It just really doesn't matter. Neon cleaned up by John. SEN make it look effortless on that round. The counter utility for LEV's little stack up towards mid was just far too overwhelming.
Yeah, it's all well and good. I think King had a Paranoia wound up, but he misses the timing because of how fast SEN can be. And that Saturate just dominates you if you're sat in that corner.
They're getting hit by a Saturate and a relay bolt at the same time. Fried.
The Saturate is really meta-defining, I think. Making it punishing to play those corners.
It absolutely is. All right, looks like LEV, they want to contest B main. Just so happens that basically all of SEN are there, so we might see a big early clash.
Paranoia, this time set up well. Sato trying to get ahead of it, getting maybe more than he asked for, but he's happy for 2 and pulls on out with 16. That's huge.
Nice. What a beautiful play.
Dude, you have no chance to answer that. There's no window of opportunity to retaliate.
LEV are easily in the driver's seat on this round. SEN knowing there are a few players there. They want to double back into A, but that's a part of LEV's trap. They have the AWP on this side of the map, and Neon was dominant with this weapon against Crew.
Could be 2 here. Ooh. All right, that'll cut Sentinels down to 2.
That's just exactly as LEV drew it up. Aggro play in B main. Even if Sen weren't there, you're just trying to funnel them into that operator over on A.
His reaction time, Neon's, has looked astonishing so far in Kickoff. Like quantum computing level, astonishing. He just doesn't miss these held angles. You've got to force him off with some util.
Probably going to be a slow death for Caillou. Waits for that wall to drop. Spike collects that kill. Been playing a hell of a lot of Vipers since the team has gotten their full roster. This kid is definitely more than just a duels player, more than the Neon ranked demon that he was known for when 2G were getting into the league. He is very flexible. Yeah, here's that play again. Haunt over top.
Oh my.
I mean, crazy. Double dash. Paranoia is excellent. Everything about that LEV play worked across the map.
That's
You
instant.
hear that, guys? You hear that, guys?
Instant reaction there from Neon. Okay, 2-round game. Sentinel's probably happy to get a few of these rounds on the board early. Now they have to contend with the same thing. Again, it's a slowing Paranoia that comes out from LEV, this time at A.
Sen getting pacey into this A side. Again, relay bolt towards that connector. Narrate pressing forward on the entry. 3 players from LEV ready to contend this, though.
5 ults, they're going to use some of them here, and Redux is considering the parts first and foremost. Looks like no connection there, as all of LEV actually moved out to elbow. They've given up a lot of this space, and they've got the util to retake.
It looks like Blows is ready to send in a Nightfall from spawn, and they could just fight from elbow, maybe wrap behind, and Sen won't hear them.
Redux, okay, it's a bit of a safe peek here around the corner. He sees now what is at work, but the Nightfall's still going to come through. Viper's Pit on the site though for Sen. They are ready to fight down and dirty in these trenches. Spike speculating with some spray. Nightfall did catch on, and Sato's dealt with Caillou. Now, Sentinels are fully encircled. Leviathan, like vultures, starting to make their way in. Sees used, but not followed up on. The decay was shrugged off, but here comes Sato. More spray straight through. Cortez a little bit too slow on the trigger finger, and then John going down. Narrate has to hold up. And that is disgusting. 5 up for LEV. A flawless retake of a Viper's Pit post plant. You don't see that every day.
You could just feel the walls closing in on them. Every single player is stuck in that pit. Not a lot of options for Sen.
How, man?
I mean, at that point, also stuck in the site. Players are just going to die to spam. I don't even think that ended up happening, really. Look at that from Spike. The adjustment to the right is nasty.
Wyatt, we've seen this from Sen before. That is a 3 ult round from them. And it's another one that falls flat. A number of their ult-heavy rounds over the last couple of weeks have been pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, I think that has been a pain point in their gameplay. They're just unable to press forward, get any space. They're just completely entrapped on the site. Their economy is still booming, though, by the way. Another buy, no problem. Looks like they just want to go back to the well, get right into A.
Anasuri coming out, Narrate dancing amongst the arcs of electricity. It's going to be Spike to fall. And King's playing back at the site. This time, though, not into elbow for Leviathan. They will have Sato up front and center, big saturate, but it slipped past. Narrate's able to take King down. That's the control util gone. But it is a trade that Sato is able to go 1 for 1.
He does eventually have to retreat, though, pinged up. Blinded as well by that Paranoia.
That's a nasty smoke.
Look at this battle on the flank. That's going to be crucial. Caillou stepping up on this round. Both LEV players, if they go through this dark cover, Crosshair staring at them.
Well, they're going to haunt their way out of this. Wait for a timing. I guess Sato just walks up. What? Starting for 3 in the round. That is disgusting. LEV with some pretty egregious moments here. Some very surprising turns of events.
Beautiful round there from Sen's IGL. They just go right back to the pace on that A side. Hunter's Fury this time being the catalyst of the site take. Great kill, and at the same time, pinged up King, who later just gets sprayed down when Narrate accelerates. We've seen moments where this Neon is outpacing this defensive util. That was another one where Narrate gets ahead of the saturate and is then able to kill King.
It's that same angle that he caught King off in a few rounds ago when King just dry swings his own smoke after Paranoia. So they're not used to the Neon timing on this map, Leviathan. It's throwing them off.
This defensive op from Neon really just hasn't had a lot of opportunities because of Sen playing at an explosive pace and just dumping util on these execs. You're getting the wall coming out from Narrate. There's just too much obscuring any reasonable angle that could be taken by an opper. Though maybe this round will be the moment, unless he just gets forced away by the drone.
It's not the drone that's the issue, because that's been every round. It's the pace behind the drone that makes it impossible for Neon to repost up on angles, but he has to do that. That's dirty. Little flick and gets out. It's such a small window to capitalize, and he nails it.
John, from the shadows, gets behind enemy lines. You can see LEV on the minimap. They are trying to clear their own spawn at the moment. John would be the linchpin of a potential SEN win here, or at least attempt to get back into the round. But LEV should be able to lock this up. They've got a ton of ults.
Ooh, Sato with just incorrect crosshair placement. He's under the assumption that no one is up top mid like that.
So this A site is obviously free for SEN right now.
30 seconds left.
Though they'll be slowly stalled and at least having to use that dart now just to get through the dark cover. So a tool for a post plant removed as LEV attempt to maneuver their way here for the 4-on-3 retake. King still with that paranoia ready to go. Blows with the C's as well.
So Crossfire is set up here. Snakebite for Cortesier is relevant. They still have this Viper up, and both controllers in play, I think, is pretty pertinent. John still holding mid. He's going to need to get there and help in time, and Caillou just peels off the line. Cortesier left alone.
Yeah, his spot became obvious. Goes down to the spam. Caillou's going to have to do something big here, but the counter spam too much.
Now John has to face 4. He's had some pretty absurd performances over the last few matches, but Leviathan are wise to it.
That's a nice retake. They really just deplete SEN's numbers piece by piece. Isolation on Cortesier first, then they move on. Figure out where Caillou is. He's spamming through the wall, loses that out to blows. Even if he gets that kill, looks like he was about to be swarmed after the fact. So that's pretty good from LEV. And I mean, just as I was talking about Neon struggling to get anything done with the op because of SEN just brute forcing their ways through extremities. That time opting to try and go up mid for the first time in a while. Ends up just getting a very free kill for LEV.
Yep, LEV aren't giving mid up for free anymore by the looks of things. We're going to see... Okay, the Waylaid's actually in mid here, so no pop plays on defense from LEV here. It's the Prowler to clear.
Neon is here with that op. SEN don't intend on accelerating in right now, but they're going to have to do a hell of a lot of re-clearing. I mean, as far as they know, Neon could still be anywhere with this op. He could be posted up mid again. He could have a main control.
I think Narrate probably heard the trademark there as well. Even though it's been the prescribed location for it. Doesn't feel like he wants to run up and get slowed.
Well, Sato very weak. Is getting out of mid, back to spawn. So SEN do have the opportunity to walk up here without danger. Though, of course, they don't know that. They don't know that Link is just for the taking as they're working into this. A split, 3 players from LEV, ready to hold this site again. Spike spotted out.
Yeah, he has to give the space up though. Hope to stall out a little bit more. Viper's pit on A, that's where he thinks SEN are going to land. That's a pretty good assumption to make. Redux can't get ahead of the saturate. A lot of space has been cleared here, but LEV are just going to get straight back into the site. They're going to disrespect this. It's Sato though falling. He was out towards elbow. That part of the map now not under LEV's control anymore. Good ping out, but he's king. He's found 3 in the pit. He's out of the game. Oh man, this guy is trouble. Nothing but trouble. Spike loose, Cortesier has to recover, and he's about to get backstabbed if he's not careful. Beautifully done. Ace for King. Sees that slot in Santiago and is gunning for it.
Stunning hold. Sato hyping him up as well. Why not? That's beautifully done in the pit. Right in time, that gets thrown down by Spike, and King maneuvers his way deeper into the site while all of the attention from SEN was fully occupied on removing the Viper from play.
He has had to be the main anchor on that A site. A couple of rounds, right? The pace from Narrate kind of shook him loose. He swings into an off angle, gets taken down. It's been tough for him to get a feel for the tempo. I think he might have locked in.
That feels like now LEV are on the same page with these holds. They're able to nullify SEN's aggression, but they're right back at it, right into this B site. Redux with that Bucky up close.
Converge party potentially. Sato might want to go quickly off this.
Yeah, do they try to just hit the gas back in? I mean, not all 5 players are here. They still have 2 in mid on the rotate for LEV.
King TP tower for info about where SEN are set up on the site, so Leviathan should have some advance notice here.
SEN have no ults to work with. This convergent path's the only one in play. That's Caillou trapped in the site.
Redux already down here, but there's Cortesier. Caillou just needs to bide his time. He knows he's going to have some backup here from main. The problem is, though, just around that elbow corner, and Leviathan have tower control. Caillou has to stay put. Uncomfortable. And Sada's having to beat him out on the swing. It's going to be blows. Deals with John through the smoke, and Cortesier has no business being here. Another pretty clean effort, all things considered. LEV's retakes, they really don't lose many guns on them at all.
No, I love the way that they've been playing the latter rounds of this first half. They've made some great adjustments and really tightened up the retakes and the floods on some of those prior rounds. Excellent stuff from them to make these adjustments. There's Spike in over top, and For SEN, they're just never able to claim any forward space. That has been their undoing on a couple of these execs. We've seen it on both sites now. Where, look, once you're in a position as the attacking team with the spike down, but you have two guys stuck in main behind a Viper wall, there's just no way you're going to be able to win that out.
So Caillou looking over at it like, oh, I'm not going to get any help, am I? Not a chance.
All 5 players for SEN in B main. No ults right now. Caillou one away. Narrate.
Let's notice they're getting into the side as quickly as they can, but will it be fast enough? Narrate is well entrenched, and there's a smoke that keeps Leviathan's reinforcements still in top mid.
Can SEN do anything to actually fight forward, to actually take the space they couldn't on that last round so they can get 6 before the half ends?
My peek for Narrate, they're going to reveal Spike, who now is forced further and further back. This is what you're asking for.
They want to do it. They have 3 players fighting right into elbow, smoke down. They can take heaven control. They realize the errors that they made in that last round.
Okay, that's going to be the action there, back towards that B area. Oh, dangerous. Leon's able to avoid being taken down, but he's in a weird spot. He doesn't really have anyone to play off of. There's the dash across. It's getting hot and heavy here over towards that arch area. Sato's trying to get in. Looks like Tao's where he wants to be. Neon, big pick there. John gets the dropped. And there's Sato once more, drops down. Hard to hit, but Caillou's had 3 so far, and King's on the defuse. He's got to answer. Neon misses the shot, doesn't do quite enough damage. But the classic gambit for Caillou flops. Leviathan exit the half with 7 defense side rounds.
That flank from King was perfect to close out the round. They just didn't expect him to be back in main so late. I feel like the duo of him and Sato have been incredible on this defense side. Just generally as well, King, the leader of the team, being able to make the necessary changes after SEN go on that early run, just playing with this blistering explosive pace. But LEV figure out the answer.
It could have gone very differently. About 1v2 at the end of the round. Nice looks here for LEV.
4 rounds in a row for them, 1 out, because they're playing just a relentless game. And LEV initially couldn't keep up the pace, but they figured out how to handle SEN, who are now going to have to step up on this defense side of their own.
Okay.
Good way to open it for Narrate.
Well, Leviathan's ability to pull Sentinels off the extremities now is drastically limited.
And this LEV comp, obviously not as dense with the attacking util as SEN's having 2 duelists, having that Neon and the Waylay. So a lot of pressure on Sato here to perform. That Chamber is not bringing a whole lot to the table in regard to the execs, so...
They only have Paranoia in terms of flashes, so that's a challenge.
Sato lone on A, hoping to draw some attention from SEN, but at the moment their position's pretty unwavering.
Patience here from Narrate. Not forging ahead for anything too excessive.
Very quiet from LEV at the moment. Trying to slowly work back up mid. Sato with no utility in main. There's not going to be a dash and a refract. It's going to come down to straight aim duels. As you mentioned, Paranoia. And then also a haunt for blows. Those are the 2 pieces of util as LEV. With 25 seconds are slowly working towards B. They have 2 guys towards B. 1 guy in Link, 1 guy on A.
Where are they
SEN have not moved.
They're bouncing back.
Guys,
they're fake.
We gotta pick a site to go to. There's 15 seconds left, and I mean, it has worked because there's some pressure in B with a smoke down, and now the A side is free. I mean, SEN are... they're thrown for a loop, and now they're playing a full 5-on-4 retake.
I like that from LEV. I think they wanted a chance to at least trade top mid if someone randomly took a peak timing. Maybe they were always intending on ending at A, but this has worked nicely. Now Sentinels.
Look at that backstab. He is miles away, though.
But it's been looked for.
SEN might outpace him.
Cortez was looking for it, but not quite where he had to be focusing. Spike, that is huge. Now you're on a clock if you're Sentinels in more ways than one. Yes, you've got to get the defuse, but also that Viper is going to be biting you in the rear end if you're not quick. Okay, Caillou's found 2. That is pretty big, and now he's going to get on the spike. Sato seems to know this, but Narrate's going to go out in his way. Surely not. Redux able to put a lid on it. Sentinels take the pistol.
Spike gets that kill on the flank, but SEN immediately then know what they have to do. It's just go forward, and they use the util that they have.
All I want for Christmas is a pistol.
And they got it. Well, there you go. Caillou just casual little lineup, sticks the spike. The rest of the SEN players know exactly where they need to fight because of that flank.
There's a lot of push and pull in that round.
Dude, LEV had me
Positionally.
sweating just because they were taking it so damn long.
This is a hallmark of owner's coaching style, though. This is funny. Leviathan are like a 3-4 duelist team, but they have a coach that really likes the meticulous game plan and conservative saves as well. Interesting mix.
Well, this time, a little bit faster. Straight into B, but straight out of B.
What do you do now? I mean, your Waylay's entry util has been expended.
And just as a shorty, feels like Sato is basically out of the round at this point.
Oh, John got low-key beat up as well.
Neon trying to work mid. There's a moment where he could take a fight.
All right, Caillou gets the pings. We are Ares gaming, folks.
No, and even on a round like this, they're going to take their time, and that would have been the moment where something could have been opened up. But Narrate is ready to go. Redux in main, and with a couple weak players on LEV and no weapons to speak of, this one should inevitably going into the hands of SEN to even up this game.
Narrate playing some pretty restrained Valorant here on this defense side, but hasn't overpushed into anything. He's been patiently holding angles and has been rewarded
30 seconds left.
2 back-to-back rounds now. This is also a reasonable way to build into a strong half. You're a duelist, you're on defense, you've got to have a good feel for like whether it's safe to be popping here on defense or whether you just need to play for time.
Yeah, Narrate looks really nice at the opening of this game. Still have my eyes on Redux here as well.
Uh-oh.
10 seconds.
Oh, God.
One enemy
Well, that
remaining.
went about as we expected it would.
All 5 guns retained for SEN to play out a pure bonus. A real opportunity to take control of the game on defense.
Not the worst bonus, honestly. You've got an Ares, Outlaw, obviously not the most well-apportioned weapon where your opponents will have that heavy armor, but still. Look, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Narrate. It's not flashy.
One enemy
Doesn't
remaining.
really have to be here.
Really got to give a lot of credit right now to Caillou, by the way. He's been playing very well individually, and it's his debut year as an IGL here on stage.
Yeah, from that same class that...
And taking over from John.
Yeah, big shoes. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's
I mean,
a tag.
Sato, yeah, taken down to 10.
He has not had a chance to really play much Valorant on this attack side so far.
Just as well, because he was a problem on defense.
Neon maybe with a chance there up mid. Redux on this angle, is that? Oh no, just...
He's about to have his hands full.
Centimeter wide of hitting Kid. Looked like that was a damn near a sure kill. These dark covers keep getting cycled down mid from SEN, and it's just making Neon irrelevant at the moment.
They're
It
double
really is.
stacking a connector through mid as well, Wyatt Sentinels.
LEV are set up for this 1-1-3 at the moment. Are they going to really try to commit that far into this A side? The spike has moved through the dark cover right now.
Oh, I like this from Caillou, maybe trying to shock dart off contact here and give Redux some easy kills.
So it's like there's a shot for, one way or the other, right? It's like Redux takes the shot, hits 140, shock dart.
I like that.
Clean up the kill. Yeah, that is a cheeky little setup. Yeah, LEV don't want to overcommit to that A side with only 3 players, and that is definitely the right move.
Heads up from Cortezia. He pulled out of B and might be able to assist here from top mid.
30 seconds left.
It feels like if SEN on defense just don't get heavily dragged around the map and stay pretty steadfast in their anchoring, they can find success here against LEV, who are just going to be hitting these sites with virtually no time left. I mean, 17 seconds, they are in. Oh, that's a hell of a kill from Neon in mid.
Just a good call from Leviathan to hit this B side.
10 seconds
SEN, though,
left.
do have decent amounts of retake potential with this double Senticom. John has double smokes up still.
I like this from LEV. They've taken a lot of space here, but Redux gets that kill on the weak Sato.
Returns to get the rest of the damage. He got the start of the round. He's found yet another one. This Outlaw is getting some value. Still, SEN have to actually get a foothold on this B side. They're trying to work their way in from B arch.
Close with that initial kill. That's
Clean.
well done. And John, yeah, he really can't do all that much to support when he has the stinger coming through connector. I mean, that's just not going to be good in the fight situations he'd find himself in.
I'm not sure what the tip-off was for Leviathan to hit B, but we saw Cortezia had left his anchoring position on that side to play mid.
They are making the right calls. They are hitting the vacant sites, the pistol round, and now their first time buying. Redux is starting to come to life on this defense half, though.
God, and he snaps back in case there's a third. Okay, bro. Extremely well drilled there from Blows.
He was dialed in. Another one of the players that we were expecting to see in the league once he was of age to be here. Narrate trying to fight down mid. Gets in that dark cover fast, and
Might be rewarded.
Up top.
I think he might be rewarded for this. King's about to get forward! And Caillou sprays Sato down through the smoke. Mid presence essentially neutralized now. His blows can only look on.
I've just never seen Sato with full HP. This has never happened. Spike opens up this B side though, but wow, what a kill from blows. I was gonna say, he's in trouble. He's the guy with the spike, but he's going to get towards this B side and should be able to plant it. That's also going to get him the Nightfall. So, you know, despite being at 5 HP and might not being of much value in the gunfights at this point, that Nightfall could get LEV over the finish line.
Again, B is so lightly held from Sentinels that Neon is so far forward through arches, back towards B yard. Like he's got a straight line down towards Spawn. It's going to be really hard to get that space off of him.
That's going to be Redux nullified for a moment, but it's SEN going for this double flank.
Spray? Oh, Spike, beautiful. Notches his third, and Redux realizes that that font of money has finally expired. He's going to have to get on out of there.
Yeah, this guy is unfortunately forced to save with the AWP. Nightfall just gave him no opportunity to play, and there was the poison cloud in his face, just too much going on.
It does feel like we're seeing a lot of the hallmarks of the double duelist defense side from Sentinels, right? They are attempting to make some of these pops through mid. Just overstayed a little bit. Remember, this was a 5v3. They got the first 2 opening kills.
Let's just Spike individually winning out that duel on the opposite side of the map, and then Blows wins the duel in mid with 5 HP to live with the Spike. If he dies there was spam coming through at him too with the dark cover. Any stray bullet would have taken him out, and that's probably round done. I mean, Spike is just an animal on any agent he's playing, and now we're into map to take an opponent to, like we're gonna see on Bind. That looks like LEV's map.
I mean, SEN haven't played it in Kickoff. If we get Abyss, SEN have only played, what, EG? And they looked right there, but wouldn't call it a home map. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, let's see if they can make something happen though on this defense side to try and slow down LEV.
Redux is staying.
Yeah, kind of an expected setup here from SEN. You can just stack a site, put the AWP on the other one.
Ooh, just a bit of leg. And Redux is able to clean up kill.
But I don't feel like LEV are the team that are just going to go ahead and try to rush into some space elsewhere because you died to the AWP. I think they're going to take their time and try to work the map. And that is exactly what's going to happen. They will not be foolishly running into the Sentinel stack on A. I mean, in fact, it seems like the solo AWP there is tipping them off to... Wait a second, that's probably the fact that there's not a lot going on. Okay, I mean, all right, that's yeah, you can't advise that play.
I think that a flashless comp might like at least one of their controllers for the rest of the round, but...
Neon, no.
Little vertical correction, perhaps? Neon is not going to go for it by the looks.
That is the wise choice.
Again, they are making the correct decision on the lightly held site. They've got that top mid control. Sentinels do have to do a bit of work to get back into the map with this level of weaponry, and obviously Narrate's not in a great spot to use this Sparky, but we know what Neon can do. We know she can close the gap.
So SEN, on this retake, convergent paths, definitely of note, and also just everyone else feels like they've all got a full kit. John's got the paranoia, he's got a smoke, they have a recon, they have a drone, Narrate's got everything, they have a saturate. I mean, they've got every single tool you could want to get back in, except for rifles.
Yeah, and they strike it on retake rounds with those rifles wired, let alone a round like this. We need to see them step up. Not a great start, Neon has already handled Redux. It's going to be a flood here out of elbow. Off some util timing, nicely done by Caillou, really just beating the odds. And here's the raid, here's the bucket I spoke of. And I guess I mean my words now. It's Blows in the corner.
SEN had me worried for a second when they send out the convergent paths and no one is ready to swing off of an elbow. I was ready to witness disaster, but they still are able to pull it off, just swarming with the numbers, and Narrate taking advantage of the Neon movement to close the gap with a shotgun. So obviously this is a big round to put them in position with the AWP that he saved. It suddenly feels like SEN are right back in it.
Gotta say, man, Narrate is looking like he's on rails this game. Looking
That wasn't the most hype moment I've seen from Cortezia. And I feel like they
I think it's just grim determination, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that is genuinely part of the reason they brought him in, is that just change of personality that it felt like he had midway through last year when he became MIBR's hype man to bring them back from the brink of demise. And SEN want that level of excitement for their players, and specifically Neri. That's why he's sitting next to him. To keep his head in the game. Okay, Neon, well, that's a massive risk, and he's punished for a massive risk that I don't know if that's necessary.
Walking up like that into a gun round. Apropos, as far as we can tell, of very little.
Spike wants to take a round 2 against the Opera, but
King just flattens Caillou. That is bottom to top mid action.
Going on there? Just a one-tap with Guardian. Neri tried to clear, but he doesn't spot Sato.
Okay, again, just good start to the round for Sentinels on these defense sides, and they just pushed that little bit too far.
They're just, it feels like they're doing too much, and they're doing it against the slowest team in the world.
Yep.
Like,
that is what Leviathan are waiting for.
Yeah, it really is.
I get it. You're playing double duelist. Like you want to be aggro. You want to be active. You want to be trying to pull them around the map.
But they already got a kill. Yeah. And they have a Hunter's Fury. They have Narrate's ult. That's an easy combo to get back in for a retake.
I guess it's like a knee-jerk reaction. You lose your mid player and you are feeling starved of information all of a sudden.
And and then, you know, maybe they're working on mid, so you want to take some space elsewhere. B main, it's just
like when your Sova's dead, you feel like you've been blindfolded. Especially on these maps with really long rotate
I definitely
routes.
get the inclination, for sure. But it just doesn't work out. Well, Redux back on the save with this op. SEN do have a lot of money to buy for the next round. I mean, much like the first half, it was winning an eco round that just gave them a serious stimulus to their economy, and then they were just able to buy for however many subsequent rounds, and that's going to be the case here too.
Let's see how that transpired. It was a nice shot by King. Yeah.
That was on the jump.
Normally it takes an op to do that.
Nasty. Cortez is just a little late on that, not the narrate side.
Again, and that's narrate obviously trying to feel out of timing, trying to intuit a window to go forward for the potential elimination match.
It seemed like so far, John's games on Initiator are where he goes insane, which he was playing on this map, by the way. I mean, we didn't really take note of it, but he didn't move away from the Tejo.
Yeah, extra controller brought in.
Back in main. Here's the teleport, so definitely thinks that King could have crossed.
And that's going to be some space given up, but Redux is reluctant. He wants to repost it into a Prowler? Okay. Yeah, thinks twice about that one. Has to get away, but Blows is caught out. King also down to half.
Caillou has been sharp with these ultimates.
Here comes Sato.
And he's out of there. Both times these Hunter's Fury have been used, by the way, by Caillou, who gets a kill, and then he also just tags King, so he's down on low HP. And this is the moment now where SEN just needs to keep control of this round, play for an eventual retake. That's
watch really close for push-ups for info or anything that is a bit impatient for Sentinels here.
You might be getting an awful battle over on the A side. Redux is hindered. The spike is left outside of A. The conversion paths
that can't have been the plan.
Used by Sato. I'm a little lost. King
Spike
is caught in mid.
He's looking for El Dorado?
Yeah, it feels like LEV have really lost
left.
their bearings in this round. Also, Spike, by the way, is just flanking through mid. Might catch Narrate.
Does Narrate have
unless the little mini half wall obscures the view.
It feels like Narrate has a sense for a potential backstab because they know how lightly they're holding B.
Yeah, Cortezia fully gave it up. They've been intending on just playing this B side for retake, so it's going to be no shock to them when they hear the spike going down. Wait, Neon knows. I think Narrate he made some sound. He's caught.
Okay, that's a mid presence down. Sentinels now are funneling via spawn over towards that B side, but again, we're going to see them have to try and work their way into archers. But note, Leviathan don't have a forward presence in archers. They're going to have to actually anchor on this B side proper.
One kill for Spike. He'll have the pit, so it's possible that we see that in this post plant.
Okay, Odin Tower. That's definitely a recipe for success. Sato is wise to it though, and time is getting short. This has taken Sentinels a long time to get in position. They got to go now. Paranoia comes through. Going to be able to catch on the Spike. It's going to be a 2 for 2. Redux in there.
They got to get on this Spike. Time is getting so low.
Oh, it's an easy shot, and Redux able to trade out, but no chance for that defuse. Neon knew exactly what he had to do. And now we're pointing the 2 slow finger at Sentinels. Big Red Bull clutch.
4 on 3, but they just play it so monotonously, getting back in there. The convergent paths was kind of wasted as well from LEV early on. They were playing the site for a retake, but they just did not have the pace there at all to get back in.
Could have gone either way there for sure. That is big from Neon.
How many first kills have we seen from 3 rounds ago now?
The echoes of that round still being felt, for sure.
Yeah, that was on round 17 on the timeline. Still that off in the hands of Redux, who really has turned around the game in the second half, by the way. He was with like 4 and 8 in the first half?
Yeah.
4 and 9, something like that, and has started to activate. He's getting them the first bloods. They just have to win a round off of it.
We still have a game here, but Redux is under refract. He's allowed that to elapse.
Cannot escape anymore, and he is wide in the open.
He has to flick Sato into next Tuesday if he steps up. Sato, of course, still has his mobility abilities. Redux doesn't offer a sound cue in mid. He'll just simply slink away.
Sato does not want to test fate with a swing out. Doesn't know if Redux is posted up on him or to the left, so. What is the move here from Lev?
King probably smokes top mid here and just walks up.
Surely, right?
Yeah, virtually.
And now they can be working Link. Redux is calming that to his team.
Does Redux hear that action from King?
He definitely hears the jumps, yeah. And now Lev, who were just pretty patient over towards B, seemingly waiting out any aggression, are just going to have their Sentinel and Viper pivot towards A.
Oh, that's Redux on the
First
line.
kill.
Good patience. He could have gone way more aggressive that round and opts not to. They give up mid, though.
All right, Cortezia on the retreat. Snakebite just to delay Lev, and this is the opportune moment for the pit, though he's under a lot of pressure. Caillou.
Narrate's going to be really important here. The solo player on elbow right now, and he gets the better of King. Viper's pit in play. Leviathan are extremely short on options in order to try and take this round away. And it looks like they're not going to bother. Their money a bit funny, a bit awkward. Only 2 against 5 is not odd you want to take.
Time for some vintage corrode. When things are going wrong, just pick up the double Odin and start spraying through the corners of walls. I don't know how Caillou got the kill in mid, but I think there was some shooting through a wall involved. We'll see on the replay, I'm sure. But all right, there it is from SEN. Capitalizing off this great first kill from Redux, shutting down Sato.
Ooh, see that bullet hole, though?
Oh, man, that was close. That really could have gone either way.
Oh.
All right, Odin moment.
Here's the TP across, perhaps?
Yeah, it might have been, right?
All right. 16 to 15 for Narrate. Has that overdrive now ready. 2 Odins maintained by Sentinels. And honestly, feels like they shored up a lot of their issues in that round.
Lev spending a ton of cash to play into this one, even with the Tour de Force active, but that's the right, wow, line for Neon, but neither op makes the connection, no way. I mean, Redux is just in there. He went for the baby bay jump to get on the angle.
Only works for over 30, sorry. Redux sees the jump across, realizes Leviathan a second, guessing this A push. Now Sentinels might actually be able to have their chips in the right spot.
They've called a pretty big rotate, yeah. There was a full acquiesce of the B side. John got out of there and is now trying to slowly get back into elbow for some info. There was a drone reclear from Sen towards a yard.
I feel like this Viper wall is actually pretty disruptive for Sen on that B side. John has to really respect it.
All right, smoke down top mid, so Lev can threaten this part of the map, but they could just double back into an A split. They do still have King over in A main.
This is a one and done. There's no crossfire here for Cortezia. And Sato's able to swing it now. There is a door open.
Brought to 8 HP. Dash in from Sato on B. They're just dragging the rotates off of A. Lev might be playing
this is
another
sick.
masterclass late round to get a free sight.
10 second guess it. They're going to double back, but it might be too late. Caillou, though, has dealt with Sato. That doesn't really make it easy for Sentinels to decide where to be right now.
Yeah, Redux really can't fight this. All he can do is just try to post up on a forward angle with the off. Now, the way this pit is placed, Lev are going to be giving up a lot of space. Sen can just take control of the site rather easily.
There's a recon for the pit, and Neon just steps out a little bit too far.
Risk. Yeah, there's no util to supplement that peak whatsoever.
King pretty far off the action here. He's sitting back out towards main. The pit allows Lev to flood back in should they need to, but there's an Odin in play. There's 2 of them, in fact. This is tough. It's all stall. Snakebite down on that Spike location. Time is getting short. There's that recon.
Nice.
Spike pinged away. There's 2 Odins in the game. He's really got to make sure he doesn't get wall banged down. Redux going to get this down to half, and here comes Narrate straight forward, finds his one, and that will be enough. Redux chimes in with the op to end the round, and Sentinels get within 1 round.
And contrasting to one of those slow retakes we saw on B be their undoing. Sen hit the go button at the right time there. The 2 players who were still on that A site make the right decision of holding the space in front of the pit. I mean, Neon just goes for a pretty aggro peak right there.
Seen that a few rounds in a row now, Wyatt.
And then Nere makes the right decision of activating that overdrive to get into the great recon from Caillou as well.
Good shit, boys.
That has got to be a gratifying, validating round for Sentinels and the intuition of Nare.
And despite from round 15 to 19, 4 of them being taken by LEV because of Sen winning 1 eco round, they have a way better economy after winning just 2 rounds. LEV are forced to come into this with just pistols and the shotgun for Sato.
All right, no time wasted. Sato trying to get in, and John is laid low.
Yeah, that is some serious danger for John. He is out of there, but at least has Cortezia in sight to provide some assistance if LEV accelerated. But LEV accelerated? That's crazy.
More of a stately trot.
Now, they have lost a main as well. Sen have gotten more interested in taking the forward space there than they have on some prior rounds, where you have Redux taking contact and then narrate behind the, well, he was behind the box.
They're against pistols here, right? So I think they're going to be able to flip the script on their normal game plan and actually assert their right to some more of this space. Oh, Narrate. Okay, relay ball on the move. It's dirty.
Oh, that's a little awkward. He actually got caught on. Okay, I mean, things are looking awkward across the map, but can Redux stabilize on the retreat in the sight ping by the Haunt?
Oh, okay, tries to post up on the line. Caillou being deadly consistent, is actually caught inside the convergent path, so he'll be out of the fight for now. This will let Leviathan into A.
Blows gets a gun. He's got the Nightfall for the post plant. 15 seconds to plant, and is going to get that down.
Sorry?
Sato forward with the
Spike planted.
Brutal stuff. This Viper Wall is actually extremely troll in this situation. Cutting off any chance of getting him, but here's John finally getting into the game, it feels. Snakebite, Cortezia trying to clear the close corner, but Sato found his third. And a thrifty round for Leviathan. Don't forget, it was like 3 classics, a Bucky, and a bloody Sheriff.
If we go to the coach cam, I know what I'm going to see from Kaplan's point of view right now.
Red.
What a frustrating
If it's his
loss.
POV, red.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. Man, Sen are in some serious trouble here, but I guess maybe it's, I don't know, some kind of universe karma that Sen do get eco'd after doing exactly that on a couple occasions to LEV in this game.
The ledger tends to balance itself one way or another. Sato is 23 and 17 now.
Yeah, has a mental round after picking up that AWP. Crucial kill towards Spawn from him. He has really been lighting up Sen this entire game.
Can Narrate pick himself up from a rough round? Redux doesn't have any help there.
Man, it feels like Sen just want to win this round. They're getting really aggro down mid.
That smoke that Leviathan put breaks up the 2 duelists for Sentinels. There's no chance for Narrate to help.
Yeah, they had no intention of taking this one slow. They wanted the round to be done just 15 seconds into it, but now, LEV, First Blood, it's time to walk around slowly.
It's time to walk the dog. Stop for a bagel. And a radiated bagel, of course, but that's the best they got out here.
Neon just posted up towards B main.
Dog walked now. Very good.
What if we all go to B main? And what if we just hit this site? There are 2 Sen players ready to hold it, though. This is going to have to be a hell of a moment from Cortezia and Caillou, who, to be fair, has been playing an excellent Sova.
Okay, he's able to avoid that saturate. No one looking at him. Sato onto the site now. Caillou's position revealed.
30 seconds left.
He's got a crossfire. He's thinking about a timing through that wall and unfortunately just picks the wrong spot. Paranoia's going to slow things down. Cortezia ready and waiting for King to emerge. And now Leviathan going to keep it close. They've got that player advantage. Spike just rips one on Cortezia and John. And Narrate, story of this game. He is going to be relied upon to keep Sentinels in Corrode. Spike planted, blows spotted surely around that corner. Fast lane will let Narrate get in, but how does he play around this? What does it imply? Does Neon think he's crossed? He's still watching that line. Narrate has to maybe a white swing. This is hard! And Neon's reactions! Get the result for Leviathan. 13-10 here on Corrode. A Sentinels map pick.
Not feeling like it's his right agent. He's going to be picking up the chamber here instead. He can just focus on getting kills. Here Sen on this attack side against the dangerous Leviathan team. Spike solo on A. Immediate danger as he peeks out, but does not get domed by the headhunter.
So far, Leviathan's retakes have been their strong suit in this game.
This guy has got to be on the run. He has no help. There could be a Yoru teleport to heaven, but that is about it.
Hanging around, spiked 1 for 1. No use of the gate crash just yet. Looks like Neon's happy playing from Shao here alongside Blows.
Yeah, it was a fast double TP for LEV. They're really trying to pinch the SEN team right now. 1 player from short, 2 from shower. You're going to have King going through spawn, and SEN looking to bait out some swings with the top of the spike. LEV will not be giving into that, though. They are content to just hold these angles in a fairly passive way.
They just don't mind not having full information for a time.
That time, Caillou feels safe to stick. Sean trying to peek down short.
Oh, that's huge. Attach rate going to be avoided by Redux. And Caillou moves up as well, but Sato is just folding back on the angle. Is there more to this?
That's nice. I like that. They were hungry for that kill and to also just remove the flank pressure in doing so.
Now return to the fray, but Levitan have gotten into the side under the absence of Redux. Could flash through the wall, though. That is stunning! And Cortesi is able to find 2. This puts King in a virtually unwinnable position now. A step up with a bandit, but there's smoke and mirrors and a sky in his way.
There it is, another pistol round for SEN. Cortesio was asking for them back on map 1. They start off the game in the right way here. And Spike just sticking around there, ends up getting caught. I think that's a pivotal moment, making that decision to go back and deal with Sato. And they feel like, that's fine. We can give up the space on site. We know they're going to get on the spike while we're back here fighting him. But we can just pop flash right back through the wall. We're going to take the fight to them.
Just great fundamentals, I think, on 3 or 4 occasions from Sentinels there.
They make the right micro moves there. Now it's all classics for LEV, fully stacked up towards Octagon. Sentinels spread across the map in this.
I did see a fun clip Riv shared on Twitter where you can get the poison orb inside the satchel hanging up on the left of Octagon for a one-way smoke.
Oh, 5-man TP. There it is.
Okay, well, here goes the Marshal. His namesake in his hands. Narrate's able to find 2.
And the rest of SEN now know it's time to go to B. So they will be on their way there. All good. Probably get Caillou that plant. Get him closer towards the Seekers. And hell, maybe even just throw the gun to someone else so he could take some fights with the Ghost or something and try to get some kills. We'll see. Just depends on the situation they find themselves in, how safe it is to actually try to hunt a little bit.
Doesn't really seem like they fancy that line.
No, now, I mean, we were on Redux POV for a second. That just reminded me of map 1, mentioning the fact that, yeah, he did start that game on attack, 4 for 8. Was looking like he might be struggling on the waylay too, but then half 2, he bounces back. He drops 11 for 4, had really important op shots, got 2 first kills with the op. Feels like he's right back in the game. And honestly, that's just something we've seen from him in general, is that he has had bounce back games. I mean, in a big sense, in that week 1, he had a very poor performance to open up Kickoff.
Yep.
Match 2, immediately bounces back on the Yoru. Last week against 100 Thieves, not a great map 1. Map 2 drops 34 kills, so he is definitely a player that can thrive under the pressure, and he doesn't let one bad performance get to his head.
Well, let's get down to business now as Levitan finally buy in, and it's a bonus round for SEN that features a number of Vandals. Pretty decent.
Yeah, with the buy up with 2 of them on round 2 and just having some Ghosts, they have a good buy.
Okay.
Might be all for naught as Neon just...
Did he just run up mid?
Yep, just walks it down short. Removes Narrate from the round, and Sato just...
We're walking up. We're walking up.
The round.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, Sentinels here are going to be looking for a little bit more on this B side, but they are not in a great spot at all. It's a 3-on-3 stack locally, with John being unable to immediately intervene.
How could they crack this crossfire?
I mean, they're just going to walk into it. That has been the thing for this round. Walk up and M1.
I mean, there's just no way they're going to be able to maneuver through this situation. LEV, 1 player taking contact, 2 ready to swing out from either side. Just feels actually impossible.
It's a weird round, isn't it, Wyatt? It starts off with a number of individuals taking their own contacts, their own duels up A short here. That throws the round into a very weird spot.
And it's an early allusion to the style that LEV like to play here on defense that we saw was a nightmare for Crew to deal with. That Neon is constantly mixing up his positioning on Yoru. He's great at working the map with his teleports. Not only does he have the aim, the op skill, but he's intelligent with his teleports. He feels like he's always in the right spot when you're watching him.
Took the hit from the Outlaw there, but everybody on Leviathan knew they needed to buy that full armor. Obviously, it's pretty customary for your first buy round, but still.
It's going to be that fake clone TP, but Narrate aware.
Yeah, I think he...
Imagine that. What if?
Sato here is posted up. Oh, that is very crisp, Wyatt. That is very crisp. No chance to even rendezvous out there for Narrate.
The dog getting some extra distance with that stim. Redux is in, does have some control of Lamps. A Lamps that has been given up by King. He's happy to play it backside. He has 2 friends to help.
Yeah. The question is, how do Sentinels get into backside here at all? I think some showers control in a pinch could be pretty huge for them.
I mean, honestly, I just don't think they've tried. They can't even really get onto the spike.
Oh, and the molly to follow it up. Yeah, cringe. No plan here.
If they try to go back to B, Spike is still entrenched in the site. This is the move, just
They're going to get seized with the next plan attempt, potentially.
Well, Prowler doesn't spot out anything, so maybe Lev think there's a chance they could be walking away, but even still, they don't have any reason to move realistically.
30 seconds.
30 seconds
Sentinels
left.
have been in place for the most part. We're having a refresh of the smokes. Here's the molly to prevent a walk up on Caillou. He is able to get a plant. Decayed down as he is, so there was a seize in the end, but the follow-up there was a little bit belated.
That was big. That was a must-win duel for John.
Neon, no, still posted up in that window, but here's caught to see a Caillou entrenched here on the side, but he's taken down a one through the box, and that's all he's going to get. Still, Leviathan have to continue to make the move. They're up on site.
Senna just ready to drop this wall and face with multiple players off the timing.
That's interesting positioning for that snake biter. There's King. What just happened? It all fell apart.
It just feels a little bit labored there. Sen weren't really spread to take a great multiplayer swing. Lev weren't on the spike. Honestly, they felt like they were just ready for that play.
Nicely done. As soon as that wall came down, we're going to see this on replay.
I mean, that was such a nasty kill.
He was fighting up through the side.
That's crazy shot from King.
Ian, if you're watching this, I'm on 0.1, bro. I'm a 60.1.
What?
That one ain't for us. Bro.
Yeah, no, I guess not.
Ain't for us, little bro.
All good.
All right, Sen, they are going to be forced onto the eco round. You get your standard waylay with a shotgun ready to go over towards B. Oh no, time for a pause actually. In 2025, but now just being back on this stable role where he used to frag out in the past, surrounded by all this talent. Feels like he's in his zone right now as an individual.
It's that, yeah. Feels like that crew academy approach.
Right,
He's another walk up again.
Yep, time for Neon to walk at them.
There's got to be something. There's got to be something for Sentinels to stop this. This is happening exactly the same as round 3. Exactly the same.
The pace on the dash with the dog is just not ideal, and yeah, this one feeling like it's over. Mitch.
Again, tough round to win anyway. You know you're walking into a wall of rifles.
And now walking into 4 players from Lev.
Site well and truly stacked, guiding light here. Flash avoided, no info for Caillou there, who's going to be hindered, potentially walked up on. Prowler as well coming to call. That's Narrate down. So want to be over pretty quickly as King notches another 2 to go with 6 and 1. And Leviathan get that flawless round. And that bank is continuing to burgeon.
Yeah, not even an ounce of damage really done. Aside from, I think, Sato has to rebuy armor. I think that's the most significant that occurred. So, very clean here for Lev. Now, will we get the AWP?
I mean,
nope, because the situation in which they don't buy it is they just kill everyone. And
look at where Leviathan are standing.
So just, feels like they're ready to walk at them, perhaps.
Yep, watch this A short play. It is...
Or they're sending it. I mean, there's not going to be much walking, actually. More dashing, sprinting.
Okay, what orbital strike catches Cortezia.
Classic combo on Bind right now. The saturate into the strike.
Yep. And also, quite effective is the Seize. Does the same thing for you.
I mean, this timing is just a bit sloppy from Sen there. Redux walking through the smoke into the molly before the flash is coming late. It's just a miscall.
But now Sentinels, again, down 2 players early in the round, have to find a way to salvage. This is similar to the previous round, with the exception of better weapons, at least, for the attackers. Here's some Angry Cabbages. Seekers on the side.
At least, Narrate with a chance, but King back sight. able to shoot him in the side.
He's looking dangerous so far. King is everywhere. Look at how he's made these movements. John can't be ready for it. It's another 3K for King. Easy come, easy go. 9-1 for the IGL.
SEN are just being relegated to these slow contact rounds because they're losing players early every single time. And LEV have an easy way to just get their anchors on the right parts of the map as well. The teleport, they didn't even have it on this one. I mean, this was just 2 players able to straight up hold that. Just playing off of each other really well. We've seen Blows actually, he plays that elbow side of the map really well. We saw that against Crew as well. He
plays an off angle out in the open. He steps out a bit further past the smoke.
Yeah, he like takes good timings out of the smokes, all that. All right, well, Neon, again, this is what I'm saying. He's just going to mix it up constantly. He's pushed out of the teleport right now.
That's good info though off the guiding light.
Yep. Does have to get back, but is just ready to now hold right back into that B side.
Sentinels are allowed to play the game, finally.
Well, that smoke is going to deny Nerrit's ability to play much of the game unless there's an aggro peek from Sato. Jump spot, that's going to be virtually impossible to hit.
Yeah, and he's seen enough. I mean, King hit it with the Guardian last round, but last map rather. It's got to be a, oh wow, okay, got to be refract out already. Sato gets his.
I mean, to Sato, he might be able to ult him if he really wants. No, he just wants to kill more
What?
guys.
Oh god, is he just disrespects him. Tries to cross the wall, and so Sato gets his second. Man, that is brutal stuff for Sentinels. They are no closer to having a plant than they were earlier, and here comes the pressure. Here comes the stall util.
Feels like LEV might just be dealing them a slow, painful death blow on this bind
30
map.
seconds left.
They have been
You're choking him out, man.
beyond dominant in the first kill game.
Give me something. We'll look at the something here for Sentinels. Blows, avoids that pressure and sees his Redux in place. Oh, it's conversion pass from Sato now. No chance to recover. There is a tour de force in play, and Narrate deals with King, but he has to go huge here. 4 players stand between him and the end of the round, and there's no chance to apply. Disrespect! The middle name of Sato, actually, he's got like 3. 4, maybe. But again, he is absolutely living up to it.
He is in demon form today. Best performing player on Corrode, and now he's trying to take the crown from him here, but I thought maybe it's like, is there going to be a moment where he backs up, tries to use the paths there, or he could just step forward and get another kill.
He just insists on remaining and then picks up a more aggressive off angle, and he's like, okay, well.
All smiles for Owner. He's just been chilling with LEV Academy, brings a couple players into the league, gets himself back in the league, and now he just gets to watch his youth soccer team ball out in every single game.
Yeah, always dressed to impress, isn't he? Here's Redux. Gets himself up in the box. A bit of a variation on the normal dive here from Waylay.
SEN trying to get the pace back that they had early on in Corrode when they found some success. John with that strike for the post plant, hit for the post plant.
Surely Sentinels on an ultimate round can win it.
They're investing it all. They're investing it all to take this, to get that 3rd round on the board.
It's going to be an orbital strike, should have been required as well. Surely this is it. There's no real flank pressure right now for Leviathan, but I think Neon's looking to create something.
And John, of course, has the molly too, by the way.
Surely a round here for Leviathan. Neon's found Caillou. That's the Sky picked off. Now there's backstab pressure on Sentinels. That's going to have them watching their 6. In the pit, it's getting hot and heavy. It's going to be Redux falling. Narrate trying to step out of it. Here's that orbital strike. Going to be avoided, but Cortesia is down. John and Narrate time, though, really
Still
not on the side of Leviathan. Yeah, Molly to get this done. Blows knows he's cooked. Maybe might try for some damage on the way out. Sentinels get around, but man, they have to scrape and claw at it.
That is classic bind right there. Just line everything up with your brim.
All we're missing is raised nades, Gecko.
I know, where is she?
Yeah. Ask pass the player. All right, 5 and 3. Sentinels get that round, but they've been few and far between. This push up here for Neon threatened to undo the post plant setup. And Neon actually doubles back to the site.
Nice! I don't care, guys. I just don't care about the round.
Yeah, addressing the fact that they lost 4 players.
Yep.
Cortesia still just like the lone man out of his seat trying to get this team hyped.
I mean, it feels like that should be obvious, but I'm glad he said it. Some of these things need to be put into words. Here's Neon, disrespecting as per usual. Cortesia.
Oh my god, I mean...
bows out again.
What can you do? What can you do? He is everywhere on the map.
Okay, Redux trying to get in here. He is convergent, so moving at the speed of light.
That's nice. That is very nice. They're able to isolate those players, set up in the crossfire. Blows caught in the paths. Behind the smoke! Okay, suddenly into the 3-on-3.
Gonna buy some time. That is pretty big.
One more kill and he gets a Nightfall too. And
He's
he
got all
wants to
this
get it.
util. Redux trying to creep up there through this, and the Prowler's gonna spot them out. Now he's gonna fight for his life! 3 for blows! And it looks like Sentinels are blasting off again!
What were we just saying about him and Elbow?
Yeah, but
It's
normally...
it is his domain.
Normally he's
It is
swung out.
unstoppable there, man.
I mean, that is just going to be a gut punch. How do you come back from a round like this? Not only this moment, yet another in a series of Neon pushing up. I mean, come on.
And that's every single player on this team just being an absolute shooter, but also least passionate owner Cam. But I mean, also, by the way, just Caillou planting out in the open when there could be a player elbow still. That's an error. He should have been tucked and is going to regret not being tucked.
I mean, this is riddled with mistakes and unfortunate moments for Sentinels, and now, well, it's a share of Redux.
And after that round, it seemed like, after the round won by Sen with all the ults, it felt like they weren't satisfied in winning because they used ults. They lost 4 players. Well, this is why they were feeling that way. One more round lost, economy is straight back to the bin, and it's going to be a while until they get those real power ults back online. If it all in the half, it's round 10. Redux and John each have 1 orb. They're probably never going to have them unless one of them gets a bunch of kills.
In a round like this, that's looking less and less likely by the second.
Now, far be it for LEV to get another first kill.
Oh, that is such
They love those moves.
And I think, I don't know, you spot
Sato
Caillou there on the way back?
Loves the round the world.
I mean, it gives you information you shouldn't really have access to. I don't know if he sees Caillou there, though, because of the Viper wall.
No,
Sato turns a flash.
Oh, first kill. There we go for Sen. Narrate. Beautiful shot.
King, a little bit haphazard. Takes the challenge yet again. Brimming with confidence now. The shorty is able to dodge away from that saturate. He hasn't really given up this space.
No, not at all. One more kill. He gets that orbital strike.
Defensive Viper's pit might be coming in here.
Neon pressuring from the flank as the pit comes in. The Nightfall comes in.
God, this is impossible to play into. Neon doesn't even need to take that shot. John is dealt with. Leviathan, a sign of respect. They spent some ultimates on this round, but ultimately Sentinels are crushed.
A small consolation in the loss. That was basically all classics and the headhunter from Narrate that opens the round up.
Nightfall, Drift, Pit?
Nightfall, Drift, and Pit.
Okay.
They'll take it. They will take it.
They're going to use him at some point, I guess.
It's nice from Narrate, just getting in that position to get a free one. Listen, that being said, though, they're against weaker weapons, but that was pretty beautiful. It's gotten them to that consistent echelon where they're making all of the globals that now has them under this level of pressure. They're victims of their own success right now.
You want to play?
All right, out of the timeout. Narrate ultimate popped. Can this be their 4th round? After we mentioned they got 3 ults out of LEV, so less danger. Caillou 1 orb away from the Seekers here as well. So there was a possibility. And matter of fact, I think the last gun round they got is when he was able to use them.
So some stall util for Leviathan. They might actually... Okay, just position a bit further forward. No really thinking for a pop, but they can quickly get a 3-way crossfire going on. Okay, unnecessary,
right.
just not needed. Yeah, that is brutal.
It's just these simple setups, crossfires, swings off each other from LEV, and unbelievable aim skill that...
Right between
Okay, it gets worse. Looks like bad things come in more than 3s for Sentinel.
Well, it just has them feeling like an unstoppable force right now.
What are you forced to save this? Surely, look what the spike is.
2-on-3 though, 40 seconds. This late in the half, 2 rounds left. They have the loss bonus. Man, I think you're just trying to see if you can get a crazy kill.
30 seconds left.
Cortezia and John trying to make something happen here on the move. Cortezia's first shot is very
honestly,
wide.
they had a chance. They swung out further than Neon was actually holding for them for the off. So LEV, you know, somewhat of a risk taken there, but still, what is the meaning of risk when you just don't miss shots? It's really not a risk.
But look at Neon making sure that he is everywhere. This time it's an aggressive push up into showers. It's different every single round. He really is putting a lot of work into varying that approach. And yeah, I think there's an awareness from Spike that they took a risk there, but gets him out of the round. No harm, no foul. Well, they lost 1 player. Acceptable.
King just at that casual 14-4.
Another orbital strike to end the half.
Narrate with the AWP, feeling the pressure from that teleport, and there it is. Sato overplays his hand and is caught out.
Still going to get aggressive on the other extremity now. Sentinels want to back away from the shot. Oh, that's brutal. Caillou and John lined up and knocked down like dominoes.
And
right.
And they felt so good to get that first kill. And now back to a situation of, are we just walking into A again, a moment where Neon just has these well-placed teleports. He's in the right place at the right time, all the time.
Yep, he is the sleep paralysis demon that Sentinels are grappling with. He swipe a wall, lets him get up on short, and Narrate's unlikely to expose himself to Neon in the near future.
Oh, tagged up King. Cortezia trying to work.
Neon spotted now.
Through lamps, by the way.
I like this from Narrate. This is pretty audacious. There's enough space here to main for a plant stall, though. Yep, it's going to have to be an orbital strike. Oh, into the TP even. Are we pivoting? Quickly, Neon. Gate crashes back over to the site. This might have to be a pump fake, and I think Sentinels are doubling back to A now.
Ends up being the perfect play from Redux, and King spotted out. Narrate is lighting them up.
3 kills for Narrate.
Determined to bring them to 4.
On for the ace here. He really has been the spearhead in this round. Here's the plant. Flash blooms overhead. Walk out for Neon. Narrate for 4. He has got to be the one that pushes Sentinels, at least in the halftime with 4 rounds, to their name is Spike. Shuts him down. Both SEN players here, back-to-back over towards that Lamb's direction. Spike needs to get busy.
He didn't get the ace, but that has to be enough from Narrate for SEN to get 4 rounds here. Time is ticking. Spike, cloud up to tap the spike.
Snake bites here for Cortezia.
Not getting flanked. Double face forward.
There it is, Sentinels. Trying to make that first half a little bit more respectable, but it felt like Narrate is just pulling kills out of every orifice to give them a shot in the round.
Real heads-up play there from Redux. Takes that teleport really fast to rotate back, and that gave Narrate the timing to get forward and get those kills. To take some of that space, because it baited Neon away. Yeah, that moment right there is huge, and then also just Crosshair, perfect to deal with King. A good final round for SEN. And perhaps a hope for them is, when you think back on that first map of Corrode, starting on attack, Redux didn't light them up, didn't put up numbers, switch. Ironic, something that in this very moment, it's Narrate putting the team on his back to get them through this game. SEN in that first half had 4 first kills only, but they all came from him. He's just doing everything he can on this chamber to get SEN across the finish line here. King 1 for 1. Aggro fight from SEN straight out of hookah, and it does pay off.
Okay, nicely done. Narrate plants his feet over on A short. Gets himself further into the map. He's definitely expecting LEV to angle towards that hookah direction, and Neon is ahead of the guiding light, but there's going to be a lot of players looking at him. And some sharp shooting from Cortezia. We'll put this round to bed. That's both pistols, 1 now on bind.
Back on map 1, Cortezia was acting like this team has never won a pistol round in their lives. And now, since then, they've won 3 in a row. Second half Corrode, both on bind. You cannot ask for much more to get right back into this game.
Now, I think
what a tap on the last one.
The contrast for me that I'm going to look for on this attack side for Leviathan is that on defense they're so active, right? Neon's always on some part of the map.
Yes, and on attack, they're so slow.
Very slow.
It's the exact opposite.
Yeah, really, it's a weird team. Their tempo is the inverse of what you would expect to see.
No, it feels like we just keep talking about it over and over, but it is just so funny that you have the most cracked out children on this team, and then you have them playing the most disciplined Valorant of, I feel like, any team in the league right now when you watch them. Oh, that's easy for Redux.
Yep, Spike walked into that. I think Leviathan are trying to get this one going pretty quickly. Sato is noticed, crossing under hookah and is picked off.
A little bit of info. Why not?
Now, Leviathan at least get a plant, so something to hang your hat on.
Yeah, they will eventually have to deal with the Redux in hookah.
Neon's not leaving that corner.
They cannot.
Yeah, going to be hit by that Trailblazer. And King at 35 will make a swift exit now, as the wall is rather permeable to those Spectre shots.
Nice and easy round for SEN. LEV will feel, all right, we got the plant, sure, why not? We have 5 classics. That is exactly what SEN needed to accomplish. Good for Redux to get another one on the board. I mentioned at the end of the first half, but he really did turn things around once he started playing defense on Corrode. So you have to hope that he can get there. I mean, really, you're going to need, let's be real. We're going to need multiple SEN players to get online if you're a SEN fan. Like, they have been struggling outside of Narrate. I mean, specifically, honestly, I feel like the elephant in the room today is John. You know, on map 1, he put up 126 ACS. That's the weakest performance he had of any map, including when they lost 13-5. He still put up 205 in that one. So he's got to come to life at some point here. He has been their best player up until today.
Yep, he was 274 ACS over that whole series against 100 Thieves. Incredible showing, but it felt like an outlier for sure.
So LEV were able to take some space over towards Shower, just a slow walk up from Sato and safety. Virtue of a haunt that was thrown deeper, knows that he can just claim it for free.
I do think this play towards B long for Sentinels is one of the more compelling parts of their setup here.
Yep. Cortezia and Narrate, they're next to each other on stage and next to each other over at the teleport. Just ready to play off of each other here.
Judge for
Narrate,
Cortezia.
He's taking this contact so he can teleport away and try to bait them into Cortez. And will they fall for it? No, the clone!
Oh, Cortez had an opportunity there to do something nasty.
He was trying to bait, but he got baited.
That's it. That is, what did he say? Poetic? Ironic?
Something like that.
It's rough. So now, Sentinels aren't having any players pulled off of that A site, though. They're kind of happy to leave Narrate over at B.
LEV were doing a great job on Corrode of just dragging those rotates to the exact wrong site. But now SEN, they are stacked up for this A hit. They're ready to go.
Minute Redux in with the Guardians able to get out of Lamps and find a big kill. Blow's going to be dinked low, but King's attempting to stand up in his absence. The Guardian's really been ringing out, but the B side has been left for now.
Oh, late teleport away, but what a catch from John. Blows us down. I mean, Redux rushes to his demise, but ultimately an irrelevant one because they just don't have time to get the spike to the site.
Hey. Too slow for Leviathan.
Oof, Spike can't even save the gun. Bonus round converted for SEN. They're right back in the game. Give me those Redux highlights. He was kind of looking nasty with the Guardian there.
Those A short plays honestly have been the best look for Sentinels on this second half. It's also in the pistol where Narrate's able to control that space really well.
Yeah, that's a nice shot there supporting Caillou. And also, honestly, even though Caillou was pinged up and under a lot of pressure, I think he did a bunch of damage there, so, you know, wasn't too bad.
Come on.
Man, a few words? Save them for the, save them for the mid-rounding. Still, very good sign. Sentinels this time hold serve. They're able to win that first buy round. Game's going to get tighter here. Redux wants to take this fight.
Yeah, and time to get out of there. Except it go. Wait, what? You just reflects right to. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no reason to have one place earlier, is there? But no. Cortez on the hold, all good for him.
Yeah, should be in a comfortable spot here. Neon shows himself. Cortezia very quickly makes that adjustment. Blows with the Bandit. Might want a weapon upgrade if he can get it. It's Spike. Trying to get in close now with his Stinger. John is on the hunt, and yeah, that Odin for Caillou. Certainly going to be a wrinkle in the plan for Leviathan. We have, finally, a game.
Really solid hold there from Cortezia back sight. Redux goes 1 for 1, bit of delay. The rest of the rotates come in. Ready for that rush over top. And into this round, SEN, by the way, 2 ults to play with. So they are in a good position to take down this full buy round. Narrate picking up that operator as well.
Virgin pass off the rip.
Aggro play, flash, dash in from Redux. Does he try to go further?
He's going to have help, but look, yep, Redux.
No, he knows that that's unwise. I mean, they're going to kill anyway on B long, so why go for more?
Yep, Sato down, and there's Redux. Eventually, Neon shows himself. Here comes SEN City.
Oh, where did these guys come from?
Finally unleashed. And now threatening to go ahead on the map pick of Leviathan. Remember, now you start thinking about, just a little bit, start thinking about that map number 3 of Abyss creeping at the edge of our periphery. Because Leviathan don't have any more business trying to play into this round.
Another map, by the way, 2 of 3 in the pool that LEV just haven't played.
it. They've only played like 4, before this series, only 4 different maps. So, it's a little interesting. Mostly, yeah, I mean, we've seen them on Pearl, Buy, and Split a fair bit. Sentinels didn't want to go for Split. I don't know if that's going to be much of a go-to for them for the near future. They've veered away from picking that map.
Yeah, they picked into it, they tried it, and it just
30 seconds
has
left.
not worked out for them.
And we'll
That's what I'm
have...
saying. I mean, it is just struggles for them right now of trying to pick a map to go to as a home map. Their pool is
It feels like, yeah,
very weird.
they put so much work into trying to shore up their corrode. It feels like, because they knew teams were picking it against them. So, they end up being in a decent spot against 100 Thieves on that map. Then they say, okay, we put so much work in this, let's make it a fixture. Let's double down on this now. We've had to spend so much time on trying to shore it up. Let's make it our strong point instead. The first outing for Sentinels in Kickoff here on Bind is looking good after a really rough first half.
Let's see what happened with the kills here. So at that same time, there was the play down A short with the paths that then Redux opted to not overplay. A wise decision. They already got the kill elsewhere, and Neon the LEV run when they played defense. And LEV just buying what they can to make sure that they're ensuring the full buy on round 19. Still have to deal with this narrate op that's going to be positioned down short.
Oh. Okay, Prowler's going to spot this out pretty early on. This feels a little bit dangerous. Look at Levitan already pushing up, and Redux is unbeknownst to them on the other side of this wall. King is going to show his full rear end. And Redux gets himself 3. Sato was a minor wrinkle in the plan, which Redux will attend to very quickly. Ironed out, and Sentinels get to 10.
And that little Bay play, it didn't work over at B-Long. They try it at short, a little bit better.
I feel like that really could have gone either way. It seems like Levitan just not that interested in clearing this. I mean, there was a Prowler that went here. But they assumed that it was just narrate?
Yeah, I mean, that was the intention of the play. Just narrate, break the Prowler, and narrate, make the noise, teleport away.
Clever.
And yeah, even though they sniffed it out on the last round and dealt with Cortezio when they were running that play at Belong,
Exactly, yeah. The same look, you're dead right.
Well, narrate posted up on short again, but this time a bit more passive. All right, Sato.
I think that confidence is starting to build. Leviathan still have some weapons to make use of now. It's going to be a very early nightfall as Leviathan try and get into the site.
I mean, it hits John only, and he's miles away anyhow.
Yeah, I don't think Leviathan are gleaning too much information from that exchange.
SEN are able to close this distance towards site. Maybe they try to throw the pit down with Cortezia. We'll see if that's an option. Redux, great damage there.
Yeah, and safely working his way into the site. Good damage, like you said, on Neon, and look at him go! Neon caught out in the open quite low and is easy enough to pick up. A spike falling. Sentinels now with some self-belief, a bit of vim and vigor. And a spring in their step. Gonna get the plant down. John at least trying to get a tap on here.
Half. And even at that, it's just blows alone, trying to swing out. All right, Redux just being obnoxious.
And there it is. John gets it to half despite the molly being in play. And Sentinels will be able to finish the job. Brilliant. 3 rounds in a row, if not more. They've got to be feeling themselves now.
A completely different team just decided to enter on the second half. Redux, a completely different player. Oh, again, he is just repeating exactly what happened on Corrode. But I think to an even greater extent right now.
It's been a perfect half so far from Sentinels.
I gotta say, he is a player with just a ironclad mental.
It's okay.
Respect
it's okay.
to him.
Just defuse. Win the round. Nice round. Let's go, boys. Come on.
Wait, narrate bringing the vibes.
Yeah, okay. I'm about it. Yeah, he's starting to pipe up a little bit. Posting up on this angle, risky. Yeah, he doesn't fully commit to it. Wise to the fact that Levitan trying to hit the hard and fast, and Cortezia was there to help narrate.
Yeah, he's just in that perfect spot to be able to kill a potential Waylay dashing forward to try to catch narrate. They really just have that set up.
I can't believe I'm saying this. We might be headed off to Abyss. I mean, it looked like it was very unlikely in this first half.
Oh, no shot from blows, but it doesn't matter. I guess Capital, he wasn't lying. They do have some cheeky little game plans for this defense side.
Yep.
We didn't see it on attack. We were questioning, why did he say that in the halftime interview? But
even outside of the double stacks they've been putting together, that move from Cortezia being positioned to help out narrate in the case of a fast push, that's just really nice.
Well, yeah, if it wasn't that Molly, it would have been the next one. So
Molly and Snakebite. That's a lot to deal with. So King on the Stinger, nothing more.
Nothing like the feeling of your entire team dying while you're on the lurk, and then they're all watching you just slowly.
That's kind of what Narray was dealing with last week, a lot.
30 seconds.
I will say, I look towards the ultimates in this next round. Both teams are going to be toting quite a large number of them. Leviathan are equipped at least to fight to stay in this game, but boy, the wind has changed, and it's changed very quickly. Dominating second half here from Sentinels. A confidence that looked completely absent, I think, at the start of Bind, and even if you look over towards the last few rounds on Corrode. It's like a different team. It's night and day, and it's about bloody time.
Look, I know I'm beating this narrative into the ground, but it is crazy that Redux first half is 3-9, and then right now second half he's 13-3. I mean, he's just good on defense at Waylay, I guess.
Sentinels here for the map to take us to Abyss. Of course, going to pop some of these ultimates. It'll be the dimensional drift here for Neon. He wants to get forward.
Yeah, they want to try and pinch Cortezia in the pit right now if they can.
Convergent pass back and forth. Neon emerges, so when deals with Redux, that's the Waylay now down. Guiding light. Sentinels trying to get back onto this B side of the map. It's going to be Spike, though, falling elsewhere. That was at A. That was the Lurk player. The action's definitely here at B for Leviathan.
Spike planted.
It's 3-on-4 for Sentinels, in which they have to get a lot of space back, trying to work through elbow right now on account of the Trailblazer going forward. So Caillou at least knows it's relatively safe.
They've got elbow. Caillou's back up in there. Can he fight against multiple players, though? Yeah, here comes an orbital strike.
Oh, I think he was seized as well.
I think he was given just enough rope there to walk straight into that, but here comes John, steps up, being quiet this series so far. King notches 3. A costly round for Leviathan. A lot of ultimates, a lot of players down, but they are going to stay in this game, if only just.
The King just will not give up. Great round from Neon, and I like the game plan there from Lev with the pit going down B long. They just try to circumvent it, play around into sight, and then eventually crunch Cortezia, where they have blows working up B long at the same time.
They choose to give up elbow just to make sure they get a big orbital strike. King very animated there as well, despite fragging out 4. Sentinels, though, still have a number of match points at their disposal.
Lev worked that Prowler up short and doesn't spot anyone out. So Neon is happy to take the space, try to post up on a deeper angle.
It's felt like they've been starting to read Neon a bit easier, Sentinels, but Nare won't be ready for that off angle, and he's going to be legged down. Down to 30.
Neon gets out of there straight away, and now Narrate, after also just being seen, wants to pick up a new position. He's on the way to B.
Okay, Redux trying to make a play straight through the TP, and then all the way back.
Bold. Bold and confident from Redux.
And he's rewarded for it. Now we'll see if things settle a little bit.
Yeah, it feels like we're right back to where we started, except Narrate moved over to the B site to try and throw off Lev, get that op into a different position. Now he's on that B site.
Yeah, tucked.
Completely alone.
Tour de force, but he does also have a judge, so he's got modality in play.
But he has no teleport.
Honestly, I'd be concerned about all these tools that Lev have to clear his corner.
Yeah, I mean, there's a strong chance a Molly just comes his way right into that corner.
Some pretty feverish chatter I'm hearing on the stage behind me from Leviathan. They're trying to put it together.
Player on SEN has moved a muscle on this A side.
Hey, oh, I like it from Nare, but again, he was one and done virtually.
Yeah, he's put in what feels like a damn near impossible situation there, tucking into Cubby.
They spend the pit here just to make sure. Leviathan desperately want to get to 10. Neon will be attending this smoke here. No flash to help Sen get out. They're going to have to contact this or play through smoke. John QT hits right where it hurts.
Fast trade from Cortez. King tried to swing off of that, but just gets removed from the server, I believe.
The Sky Smokes get him back into the site. Now into the pit.
Yeah, he has an opportunity to at least tap this, get some info when the guns start coming through. No, he's just in with the shorty. All right.
Don't hate it. Redux trying to make a bit of a move. Cortezia here looks like he's satisfied with some exits. Good weapon for it, that's for sure. Trying to keep a lid on that Leviathan economy. Make it costly!
Right.
He'll get 3. And Neon saves the op.
Lev starting to heat up a little bit when SEN have applied the maximum pressure of getting onto this match point. Winning, what was that, 8 rounds in a row to get there?
And some good value for Leviathan. They're actually rationing these ultimates. Each round they're getting 1 or so.
Crazy kill from Sato. Man, his aim is just... I just love to watch it. It's just pretty.
Yeah, it's crispy. King, of course, able to get so many of these multi-kill rounds. He's up to 21 and 13.
And we are approaching that zone in Valorant where you're trying to make a comeback, but the other team eventually get some ults to play with. So LEV will have to deal with Seekers, and they're going to have to deal with, I think, crucially, that orbital strike. We really, we could see a moment from SEN where they do go for like the saturate play, trying to get back in on the site and a retake, and then orbital strike someone. They've got those kind of options now.
SEN are refusing to move off their line so far.
Yeah, Narrate is just watching showers over on A. He has a trip over towards short that can be played off by John. It's a good little passive setup, so everyone else can play B.
Blows looks like he's to be the catalyst here. With some util that might get LEV going.
They want to bait someone from SEN into the jump peak, get more info at B long a little bit later.
SEN have given up a lot of the map on the A side as well.
Yeah, they're content playing a passive setup there, where they just have the AWP for shower and they have the trip.
This means, though, that play up A short isn't really being attended. SEN can't watch it unless they try and just
also,
swing.
if that trip pings and slows someone, we might just see an instant orbital strike.
Yeah. Okay, here comes the Nightfall. It's going to move John out of the way. Narrate going to be marked and decayed down. John there to help him, though. Orbital strike at the ready. Lets it go onto the spike location. It's Blows that moves off, and there's King taken down in the ensuing chaos. Now back on top of the stim beacon. It's Spike! Sprays him down. He's low himself, but he's certainly made an indent. Looks like Blows found Redux now. It's going to be tough for Sentinels to find out of this one, but look how low Spike and Blows are. 3 up, post-plant. Cortezia trying to put this to bed before it becomes a problem.
He's got an iconic clutch on this map last year. Wants to recreate history.
Leviathan are really split. Cortezia on the Spike, gets it to half. There's some sound baits being made, but Cortezia is confident, comfortable, ready to step up, finding Neon and handled. Another match point goes by the wayside, and Leviathan now threaten overtime.
Truly, we don't go to OT, Mitch.
Surely.
8 rounds in a row for SEN, now 3 in a row from LEV. All that timing is just gross from Spike. They use that orbital strike, SEN, to get the players off the Spike. Then they feel like, okay, maybe we can take some Lamps control, but Narrate's watching with the AWP. Great little play. But then Spike continues to fight, sprays down 2. Massive play from him.
Round number 24, the last of regulation.
Can SEN just close out this game? They had it in their hands, and LEV want to rip it away. Trip over towards Octagon from Narrate, and double posted up with Cortezia, who is fully tucked.
Sato wants to try and, dig this angle out.
SEN want to go for another bait play.
Does Sato see enough there?
Ooh, wow, Redux again with that teleport through, and then around the world. Get back over to the A side.
Okay, one of the players has had to give up hookah, so that is now Narrate playing on the B side itself. No longer a double stack in Everset. Tunnels! Redux just gets a little bit too exploratory. Wyatt
thought that the Trailblazer got all of the info. But Neon tucks around the corner, makes that info as false as it gets. SEN now have pivoted all their players over towards A. They think the hit is going to be coming in that direction, and they are right.
Caillou playing from behind triple is going to have a lot to look at in a moment. He's going to be feeling the pressure. That util clattering overhead is going to be seized down, decayed, and dealt with by Sato. Spike is still looking to work the B side of the map. Odd little situation there, but we'll let that go.
Oh, John, just not expecting a player push there. Narrate gets a fast one down short, though, onto King, but you have to be watching Cortezia. Narrate
hit with the convergent paths. Is there going to be a push behind this? It looks like Leviathan are going to leave it. Are they aware? They're not. Cortezia is able to get the backstab because of the weird chips in the night situation at Hookah.
Well, why would they ever expect Spike to be there?
And now Cortezia has to clutch for the game. Up against Spike. Both rookies last year, both highly touted. It's Spike to take us to overtime. The relief, palpable. A winless second half for Leviathan up until Sentinels got to 12. And then they come alive.
You can see on Spike's face, he thought he screwed it up when he missed that first shot. The relief then that he was able to get it after the fact. There's just no way we're going to OT. That is crazy. This is an insane game. I mean, he can't believe it. But also he's just thanking whatever gods he might believe in that he was able to connect after he whiffed first. Crazy.
Deep breath now. Sentinels playing in this overtime for their kickoff life. A loss here means their shot at Santiago goes up in smoke.
Neon takes the line over at B long with a teleport right back over to A. Standard setup from him to just provide that op support on either side of the map. Shower controls for LEV as well. Sato just has that for free.
Yeah, no, Lamb's presence is so interesting. We can cross the site now. There is a smoke that obscures the advance here for Sentinels.
We may be headed to just a full 5-on-5 retake unless King gets a kill spray through. Kayu's so weak, he comes down to the molly.
Does get the spike plant, but that's a loss of a player for Sentinels in order to achieve that.
Is that a fair trade offer? Oh, what a shot from Neon. 3 versus 5 now for Sen.
This is getting worse. Now, it was glass cannon. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Redux, though, is still entrenched here. Can he get further past his line of scrimmage into the back of the side? Okay, Snakebite's going to force him out.
Right into that.
Oh my goodness! Hammer and anvil style util usage. And now the follow-up is sublime! A flawless round for Leviathan. What a retake!
Util is just stunning there. And the pace that it was distributed at, I mean, no hesitation, everything in the right spot. The molly into lamps. Oh, I mean, what a shot from Neon, but it immediately just routes the Sen players right into the saturator that was going forward, and the spike was getting stuck at the same time.
It's giving corrode. We saw the same thing from Leviathan on those defense side retake rounds. Talk about a confidence breaker.
After an 8-round run to get to match point, Sen are now on the verge of getting knocked out. The narrate oversteps. King takes advantage, exploits that movement, exploits the overextension.
Narrate, the double-edged sword, the play that really kept Sen going, got them going in that second half.
I mean, hell, even in the first, he's the only reason that they had enough rounds to play with in the second half.
But off the rip, he's out of the round. Now those beads of sweat starting to appear on the forehead of Sentinels.
Who on Sen is going to step up now in this 4-on-5? Does anyone risk going for anything proactive? Surely not against this LEV team. They are disciplined, patient.
A rotate's been pulled off the A site. Do Leviathan have an inkling of what is afoot? A lot of this Sky util being thrown.
And you could see Spike just calming that they flashed down short and it didn't get any pings.
Okay, Prowler into Hookah. Leviathan with the player advantage for the match. Neon sees Redux, his glass cannon though. That's risky business. He's able to get off the line. And now the spike is heading over to A. They've made the right read, Wyatt.
Sato has controlled Shower this entire time. They're more than happy to go back. Center trying to beat them to the punch. Dash from Redux and Spawn. They need to support Kayu. Does he try to hold this down alone?
Here they come, 1 for 1. Kayu has fallen. They're going to have to get into the side pretty quickly. Sentinels wasting no time, but time is short. 12 seconds. Blows has to plant. That kill from Sato could be everything. Redux is a little bit too slow to stop the planter. And now Sen, with 2 players, had to make a miracle happen. Their kickoff life on the line, and Redux is going hunting. Neon sees him coming. The Saturate would have done him in anyway. And now you spotted out Cortezia. 1 bullet in the chamber, maybe all that he needs. It's a missed shot for Neon, but he isn't punished for it. King will simply step up and sit them down. What a world we live in, with Sentinels not going to be present at